You're going to turn your book into a business within the next 3 months, and I'm going to show you how to do it without giving 50% of your book sales to Amazon KDP. When I became an author in 2009, I had no idea that there was a difference between being a published author and a business owner. At the time, my goal was just to become a self-published author, and so I wrote and self-published my very first book, a Bible study guide, and listed it for sale on Amazon.com. I busted my bottom to make sales on that Bible study guide. And whenever I made a sale, even though the retail price was $9.95, I found myself making a whopping 25 cents after expenses were paid. Yeah, you heard me right. 25 cents. And if you're selling on Amazon KDP, you may have noticed the same exact thing, that even though you are doing all this work to promote your book and make these sales, after expenses, you're left with only a couple of dollars. Now, if we just wanted to become an indie author and that was the only goal, this is fine. But if we want to be a business, which dictionary.com defines as the purchase and sale of goods in an attempt to make a profit, well, that word, profit, completely changes the strategy we use when promoting our books. But what if I told you that as an author, it's possible for you to actually turn your book into a business, an actual model where you can leave with profit at the end of expenses? And what if I told you I've been doing this since 2014, full-time since 2016, and I started teaching other authors how to do it in 2020? Well, in this video, I want to unlock the entire business model for you. Just copy me step by step. This is the business model that I use here at God That Would Grow to actually make a profitable income online without using Amazon KDP. Step number 1 is to build your audience of book readers. Build your audience of book readers. This is the most important step when it comes to having your own business as an author. If we rely on social media or we rely on Amazon to deliver our books to customers when we write a new one, we are setting ourselves up for failure. When you own your audience, meaning you can access your audience anytime you want to, no algorithm can decide whether or not you access them, no billion-dollar company like Amazon can decide whether or not you access them, you get to access your audience directly. That is when you have ownership of the full distribution process for your book. Nobody can ever take your money, take your coins, kick you out because you own your audience. Now, how do we do this? How do we build our own audience of book readers to sell to without using Amazon.com? I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. First, you're going to create something for free and give it away in exchange for somebody's email address. Because you're an author, I recommend that this be a digital ebook, okay? That way you're only attracting people onto your email list. Now, once you have set up what's called your squeeze page, the one-page website where somebody can enter in their email address to get your free ebook, use social media to promote that free ebook to your potential book readers. This is how you will own your audience. It's through an email list. For this example, I want to show what I'm doing to give something away for free for my Christian romance novel business, because I know a lot of you guys are also fiction authors. And so what I did was I created a book. It's more like a novella. It's like 50,000 words, so it's not a super long book. And then I recorded it into an audiobook. The audiobook came out to I think it came out to 4 hours, if I remember correctly, altogether. And I'm literally giving it away for free. So when somebody goes to this page, all I have to do is scroll down, click enroll for free, and they'll be able to enter in their email address to get it. And so now they'll be able to access that audiobook for free. I am now building up my email list of people who like audiobooks that are Christian romance novels. And so the next time when I have a book to sell, I can sell it directly to this person because since I gave it away for free on my own site, I have access to their email address. And you can do this in multiple ways. So I just did this right on the app that I'm building for my audiobooks, but you can do this on any platform that you're using that allows you to list a freebie, that allows you to list something for $0. And you just promote it on social media. So for this audiobook, I'm going to promote it using the strategy that I showed you in my Instagram marketing video where I showed you how to do Instagram marketing as an author. I'm going to be using that strategy to promote this book. So if you want to see how I'm going to use Instagram to promote this free audiobook, make sure you check out that video. Step number 2 to turn your book into a business without Amazon KDP is to pre-sell your book as a digital bundle on your own website. This is the part that frees you from relying on Amazon.com to make sales for you. Instead of you going on Amazon.com, paying them some money for ad spend and hoping that they actually show your book to the right people, you are going to promote your book directly to your email list. You don't need a social media post, my love. You don't need an Amazon ad. You don't need any of that. You're gonna promote directly to your email list. And the reason why I recommend that you pre-sell it is so that you have money in your hand before you spend time creating this book. At God the Girl, this is what I call the purpose profit formula. If you're on my email list, you'll notice I never write books from scratch. I always send an email out to my list and ask you guys what you want to read from me next, and then I write the book based on what you voted for. My latest book, YouTube Marketing for Authors, that is literally based on what you told me you want to read. The reason why you want to pre-sell this on your own website is because when you sell through your own website, you get direct access to that customer. If you sell on Amazon.com, you have no idea who the person is, what their email address is, how to get in touch with them. Amazon owns all that information. But when you sell on your own website, now you have the exact email address of the customer who purchased from you. So when you have the book done, you're ready to deliver it directly to them. And you can promote book number 2 to them, book number 3 to them. You can promote future master classes to them, live Q&As. You can promote online courses to them, digital bundles. The sky is the limit. Sell on your own website, not Amazon.com. I want to show you how I come up with my pre-sales. So I never guess. I always ask my audience. So I could say, what would you like to read next? And then in the email, and this is ConvertKit, by the way, that's what I use for my email marketing. In the email, I could say, hey sis, I hope you've enjoyed listening to Purpose, the novel. I'm excited to write the next the next book in the series, but I wanted to check with you to see what you are most interested in reading about. Should book 2 focus on, and then I'll put options, a woman of Christ who wants to start a business as a social media influencer, a woman of Christ who wants to launch a nonprofit, or a woman of Christ who wants to start her own law firm. Let me know what you would most like to read next. Each option will also come with a digital bundle to help you accomplish the same goal she does. XOX, Stephanie, Godlywood Girl, Rodness. And that's how I would vote. That's how I would ask them to vote. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll add an incentive. So I'll say, for those of you who vote in the next 24 hours, I'll give you a 10% off discount code when the novel is done, something like that. So I'm also incentivizing them to be able to respond back to me, and technically getting pre-sales as well, because I'm getting those discount codes out. So this is just something simple. And now I can let this direct me for what my next video of my next novel is going to be. And if you're wondering, well, Stephanie, how do I actually pre-sell it then when they vote? How do I actually list it for sale? I really want you to build your own website. And that's why I am so excited to announce that this video is sponsored by Hostiner. Hostiner is doing an incredible New Year sale. It's their Turn One Day into Day One campaign. You can use their AI website builder to launch your author website in literally minutes, like literally, it's minutes. And this massive discount is insane. So go to hostiner.com/godlywoodgirl, choose the business website builder and just click choose plan. And you'll see that you can get a 48-month plan for just $2.99 per month. And look at this. Go click here where it says have a discount code. Go type in Godlywood Girl, click apply. And baby, they gave you 10% off that entire hosting plan. So once you are all signed up, go ahead and click continue. You'll be taken to the AI website builder page, and you're just going to put in your brand name and what you do. So I'm going to say Christian romance novels for the brand name, and I'll say I write and sell Christian romance novels that feature faith-based entrepreneurs. Awesome. And I'll let it add the online store for me because I put the word sell in there, and then I'll click create a website. And you are going to see how quickly you can have a website up and running so that you can pre-sell your offers without having to deal with a bunch of tech. Hostinger's AI website builder will do it for you. So don't let the tech make you afraid. All right, and just like that, we have a website. Now, if you don't like what it created, just click right up here, create again, and it'll create as many versions for you. And if you find that you liked a previous version, just click version history and click on the previous one because it'll still be there for you. Awesome. Okay, so let's say I love this one. Perfect. So I'll just hit continue. And now I'm going to add my product. So let's say that people voted for the how to, they wanted me to write a story about somebody creating a nonprofit. So I'm going to click here, add product. I'm going to select digital product because I sell audiobooks. And then I'll say unnamed project featuring nonprofit founder, audiobook Christian romance novel. Want to learn how to create your own nonprofit through the lens of a Christian romance novel. Pre-order my next audiobook so you can get the entire bundle at just 10% of the price. Includes, I'll put audiobook, includes the how to start a nonprofit ebook companion, includes the nonprofit startup checklist, digital download, and includes the 30 minutes how to set up your 503c3 nonprofit organization video tutorial. Total value $4.97, yours today $14.97 or whatever, whatever it is. And I would just go ahead and put that pricing in here. For the digital file, you can just upload a receipt. So I could just make like a PDF file in Canva and upload that there. For my image, I'll just go to canva.com and I'll just get one of their free covers that they have. It's really simple. And I'll just, put some whatever name in here because, I'm not gonna obviously use this. Based on the story of purpose, something like that. And I'll just download this, and in Hostinger, that's the cover that I'll use. So if you want to add an image, go ahead and just do that. So now I'll just click save, and I'll go over up top here, edit website. And I'm just using this to pre-sell. So there's really not much that I need to do here. I'm just going to delete pretty much all this stuff because I don't need it. I'll always keep the opt-in page. And maybe I'll just change this to 2026. Get rid of the contact. Here I'll put add section, online store, single product, just so that the book is here full screen. And for this shop now, I'll click edit button and I'll link it to that book. Beautiful. Under shop, I will get rid of this part and keep everything else. And I'm going to actually get rid of the about page because I don't need it. So I'll go to pages, click about and click delete and delete. And I'll put pre-order destined. And then I'll click save. Then I'll click preview. Awesome. And just like that, we have a website. Oh, I got doubles, so I need to go delete this also known as, but other than that, we have a website that quickly. You do not have to let this take you forever. When you have the AI website builder, it makes it so quick. So once I go live, I'm going to get my temporary domain. When you get a domain name that's at least 12 months, you're going to be able to get a free domain, so you can just use that one. So for me, I'm going to go over to my shop page, click on the actual book, and then I'm going to take that link and go back into ConvertKit. And for the people who responded back, I'd say, hey, it's time to pre-order Destined. And then I'll say, thank you so much for voting. You asked for a book about a woman who launches a nonprofit. So I'm very excited to announce that my next book, Destined, is available for pre-order for just 10% of the retail price. Or actually, I'll just put for 90% off. 90% off. And then I'll put the link and, put some extra sales copy in there, and then I would send that out. So now I have pre-sold my book and I have money in my hand to know that this is something that people actually like. That's how quickly you can get a website done. So to get started, go to hostinger.com/godlywoodgirl. Use discount code godlywoodgirl at checkout to get 10% off your entire hosting plan. And finally, step number 3 to turn your book into a business. Create the bundle and deliver it to your customers. Create the book and deliver it to your customers. Notice that we pre-sold the book before we created it. This is what I do here at Got the Wood Girl. It's how I guarantee that I sell 100% of the books that I write now. I pre-sell everything. I don't make nothing before you guys have paid me for it. So I want you to use the exact same model. This guarantees that you are a business exchanging your time for a profit. No more spending a year creating this book, putting it for sale on Kindle, and getting paid 10 cents every time you make a sale. No, instead, pre-sell it to your audience, then write it, and now you keep 100% of the profit and you get direct access to your customer. This is the exact business model that I've used here at Got the Wood Girl, and it's the business model I'll be using for my new business, writing Christian romance novels. It works. I know it can sometimes be very scary to pre-sell an offer, so I wanted to make sure I showed you my Got the Wood Girl faith-based author school, where I show you how to create multiple types of books. So when you do your pre-order, you don't have to be scared that you don't know how to make the book. So in the 31-day Write Your Book Bootcamp, I show you how to create nonfiction books in the book publishing toolkit. I show you how to do ebooks, workbooks, prayer journals, Bible study guides, daily devotionals, daily planners, line notebook journals, coloring books. You're also going to learn how to do children's books. You're also going to learn how to do audiobooks, create courses, live classes. So if you want to make sure you have a tutorial in place, so as soon as you pre-sell your offer, you know exactly how to create it, go to christianauthorschool.com and fill out the application form. Now, if you want a step-by-step tutorial showing you how to build your own author website, I just created a brand new 3-day Build Your Author Website Challenge where I'll show you step-by-step how to get your entire website done in just 3 days or less. You can get it for free by going to the link on the screen. And do not forget to watch this video for even more resources to help you step into your purpose as an indie author. I can't wait to see you there.